Good afternoon. Welcome to the tea table. I am so happy you have joined me today. We are in the midst of beautiful April, coming right in the middle, Palm Sunday, and I have on the tea table some little palms, and I wanted to honor Palm Sunday today. And I just love flowers. And I've been studying how flowers in the hair of the maidens represented in the spring, bringing peace and love and joy. And I thought, I'm going to put some flowers in my hair. Now, this is a unique collection, but I did my best. And there are so many varieties of combinations you can do. Now here are some fresh, beautiful camellias, one of my favorite flowers. And a young man named Nico, thank you Nico, sent them. He's been a friend of the family for years, the Petrocchi boys. Sent me these from his mother's beautiful garden. Thank you. Oh, fresh flowers. Smells so wonderful. Yes. And the camellia, to have it going now in April, that's phenomenal because I remember camellias being the first flower, often in February. But our spring is very different this year. We've had a very late spring, and then the trees started budding about a week ago, and I saw these gorgeous magnolia trees, all white, and then a windstorm came so ferocious, blew them all off. So they didn't last long. We have to take it in while we can. And we're in the Tulip Festival in Washington State up in the Skagit Valley. I don't know if we're going to be able to go. I want to go, but it's up the I-5 corridor for 2.5 hours one way from my house. Well, if you haven't gotten your tea yet, please pause and get your tea, and I'll be waiting for you. I have chosen all flower, and this is a cup that I believe I have from my mother, and it's so special. It has a touch of robin eggs blue right in the middle and at the bottom, going up to white and pink and green, the best color combination. And my pot is very special to me. It's like a chintz, but a larger pattern. And let's pour out, and there's the steam. Oh my, beautiful. And a little splash of milk. This teapot and this cream pitcher came from a very special place many, many years ago when I first really started getting into tea. There was a fabulous little, it was an Austrian style coffee and tea luncheon place at our mall called Olive's East. And it had the best sandwiches, turkey to sell with sprouts, very healthy. And it was old world. It was built like an Austrian tea room, long and narrow, little tables, intimate. And the last man that ran it, our dear friend, he did such a good job. But sadly, one of the franchise coffee companies came to town in the mall. I'm not going to mention the name. And behind the scenes, they raised his rent, so he had to close. And Olive's East was a unique I found the story behind it was a lady named Olive from Bellevue, Kirkland. And in the 1960s, she started experimenting with teas and doing beautiful tea blends. And do you know, she opened a little restaurant at every mall. There was one in Bellevue, Northgate, probably Alderbrook, I don't know, South Center, Tacoma, and Olympia. And when we moved here, late 80s, early 90s, it was the last one, was the Olympia one at the Capitol Mall. And it was such a special place to go and truly relax and be served. Well, he couldn't keep it going, and they had a big, beautiful copper Middle Eastern samovar at the entry, and he would sell these teapots and beautiful things from England. In those days, this was before everything had been outsourced. Well, when he closed, he marked everything down to just bargain prices, and I was able to get this teapot, which I treasure. And it's one of those things that everyone that I know that went to Olive's East still is so sad it's not there for us. It was like a real tea room, coffee room combined, and then he had a dessert old-fashioned circle that went around, and he had the European, I don't know where they got them, like the Napoleon, the layered. I haven't seen that since he carried it. When my youngest daughter Elizabeth was born in 1996, I used to go there with her, and that was my break. I had an hour break, and it was so healing, soothing to a busy, busy mother. Sometimes just an hour gives you that lift you need and the inspiration. And that's what I want to talk about today. We need to take care of ourselves. Yes. And a friend of mine sent me a beautiful story of Helena Rubinstein. Now, she was the first real lady in America that really developed a brand for cosmetics. She was born in about 1874 in Poland to a large Jewish family. There were 8 daughters, and her mother told them, "Girls, you will have an effect in the world. You will do great things, but you will do it through beauty and love." Isn't that phenomenal? And her mother had invented these beauty creams. So when they emigrated to America, and Helena Rubinstein was a young woman, she started giving them to her friends, and then they wanted more. She started selling them. And it's a long story, but she started then beauty salon houses in London, in Paris, in New York. And my friend Patricia and I, we think that's where Estee Lauder got her idea. Because behind this, and I know Mary Kay had the same philosophy, was to encourage women to take care of themselves, to take time for themselves, so they could be best for their family, their children, their community. Life is a balance, and we can't get lost in the race, because ultimately God is in charge of the race, right? Yes, He's in charge. And if we let Him be in charge, there's a lot of peace in our lives. Keeping a quiet heart is the goal. None of us can control our circumstances or what other people do, say, think, but we can control our heart. to keep a pure heart, a quiet heart, and a loving heart? Well, for you children and older children that love a treat, here is a little treat. Little chocolate graham crackers, and it's in a beautiful dish that has the raised flowers on it. I hope you can see. I think I'm going to put them in a silver dish so you can see this special dish, because everything is coming up flowers. Isn't that beautiful? It's just an old world, Eastern European. It just has a mark on it and it says Bavaria, so it's really old. And it just is so nice on the table, isn't it? Well, I have a box of tea that was a gift from a friend, and I thought this is so beautiful. I want to bring it to the tea table and show you. It's nice British English tea, and it will keep for a long time. And it says traditional English tea. More flowers. I thought we'd just have to enjoy ourselves. And if you notice that most of the china that you would obtain or see or look at, it has flowers. Flowers are so big. And I have never been more grateful for flowers than this year. After all the long winter rain, suddenly you have out of the ground bursts the tulip. And now I saw a rhododendron in full bloom. I couldn't believe it. That's really early. That's usually May. But I guess some of these flowers, depending on where they grow, how much sun they get, they come early. And the rhododendron is our state flower, and they grow wild in Washington State. They are so beautiful. They are in every color and every shade, and they're just huge, beautiful. And when you pick them, I found that I could get them to last for quite a while in a vase through just keeping them away from any heat or direct sun. Seemed that they were lasting for me. I'm going to get some and bring them to the tea table. But a baby pink camellia has to be one of the most beautiful, beautiful flowers of all. Well, and when you think of someone like Helena Rubinstein, she again is the power of one. It's a fascinating story to read her story. She had to have all of the character qualities of greatness. She first had an idea. She was willing to work hard. She was willing to overcome obstacles, persevere, not give up, and she was doing a great service for women. Isn't that beautiful? To give them beauty and grace. And she was known for her facial creams that really made a difference in preserving the skin. And then, of course, she had perfumes and many products. America was the land of opportunity. When people came, look at the Marx Brothers. I love the Marx Brothers. That's a family worth studying. They grew up in a New York Jewish tenement. I think there were actually originally 5 or 6. One might have died, but they had their mother was determined to give them music lessons. She got them in vaudeville, which was before movies or anything. They were born in the 1890s. It's phenomenal that in the 1930s they were so agile and they could do all their crazy stunts. They weren't that young, but they somehow kept their young look. And they were just they learned to laugh. They learned that when hard times come, let's have fun. Isn't that beautiful? That's what Lucy Ball also, she's also Jewish. She said during the Depression, the times were so hard. Her father said, we're not gonna let it get us down. We're just going to have fun. We're gonna laugh. I thought that is really, that's strength. That's beauty. And to give that to your children, that is a wonderful heritage. To overcome the darkness with the light. Yes, that's our theme all the way from the beginning. Well, I was looking at this little plate. It is so precious. I have never seen a plate like it. And it's English, Copeland, Spode. Mr. Spode and Mr. Copeland united together. They were two different China houses and they united together. This is a picture of a young mother holding a baby. There's the little cabin and the dog. Now, isn't that a sweet scene? I only have one plate like this, and I believe the leaves are oak leaves, which represent time and everlasting life and growth from the acorn. They're symbolic. Everything on this, when you see a piece of old china, always analyze it because there's a lot of symbolism in even the trim and the surrounding border. There's so much detail in this little plate. I just treasure this one little plate. It's so sweet. And it's representative of new life, spring, flowers that God brings after the long, long winter, the cold winter. Here come the flowers. And they would grow if we weren't here. In the middle of the woods, the flowers still grow when even no one sees them. Just like in the ocean, the deepest part of the ocean are some of the most beautiful fish. Just in the last 25 years have been discovered, and here they are. Just, it's God's opulent, extravagant, abundant creation. We can learn from that. God is big. He can take care of us and everything else. Well, last Saturday was the last class of the quarter at my seminary, and I wrote a song, and my sons came and we presented it. My son Sam played violin, Michael Christian played cello, and my grandson played guitar, Ezra. And we presented it to the people and led them in singing in worship. And they loved the song, and we loved doing it. And my brother Jamie came. He's a pastor in Sumner. And he was speaking because he has now flown on Wednesday. Yesterday, he flew to Kenya for 3 weeks. And he has written a book. He's in the middle of publishing it. And I don't know when it will come out, but I believe it's called 16 Hours in a Day, or 16 Hours. I might have the title wrong. His thesis is the command that Jesus gave: don't worry about tomorrow. Don't fret. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Don't worry about yesterday. You can't change it. Live today. That is a biblical theme throughout the Bible. And there are 366 fear nots. So his thesis is, if we live in fear, we are sinning. So stop and live in faith. And he concluded, if we are truly to live for today, generally we sleep 8 hours, so there are only 16 hours we need to be concerned with. And I think it's a beautiful concept, because what it is don't miss today. Don't miss the opportunity of today. And I did not know that he was going to speak on that. And I wrote, in the last week, I've written about 3 poems. One is a song, and my other ones might become songs. I don't know. I have to see if I get a melody. But I'm going to show you. I thought I sent it to a friend, and my grandson said, "You need to read your poem on the Tea Talk, Grandma." So I hope it's all right. I'm going to share. Now, this was not the one that I actually sang. I could do that also another time. But this was one that I thought goes with his theme, and I didn't know he was going to speak. Don't worry for tomorrow. That's the name of my poem. Don't worry for tomorrow. He will provide your need. He promised to be with you. The sparrow he doth feed. It's not enough to pay the tithe. He wants to use your talent. Sing to the poor and weary. Give strength and courage valiant. As heaven higher than the earth, his ways above our ways, he calls to us in teaching to number all our days. Opportunity knocks but once. Walk through the open door. Give all you have to all you can. His love through us outpour. The more you give, the more you have. He multiplies the bread. 2 fish can feed 1,000. The hungry will be fed. Each soul must choose to follow him. Salvation is a gift. To bow before our God above, the chaff from wheat he'll sift. We are frontline warriors. We fight from sun to sun. We stand clothed in his armor. The battle has been won. Play strings in holy worship. Lift voice in songs of praise. Give God all glory with pure hearts. Our hands we upward raise. So that is a little song for spring and for us to not worry about tomorrow. You know, I made my flower crown, so I have to kind of keep it together. Well, this has been so special to be with you. And it's Palm Sunday. Go to church, take your family. The palm branches will be waved at church. And then next Sunday, this Sunday is Palm Sunday, next Sunday is Easter. And try to go to church. You won't be sorry. It's sometimes hard when we've gotten out of the habit. We think, well, will we know anyone? Don't be afraid. Step out of the box. Don't ever be afraid. God will bless you for going. And it's been proven that people that go to church, I read the statistic, they live longer. They have happier lives. And I think it's because they go and they have an hour or 2 of peace. They can give their troubles and take a fresh touch for a new week, give away the troubles or the junk, and breathe in the spirit of newness and life. Yes. So I encourage you. We all take our vitamins and minerals and try to eat healthy, but we need spiritual vitamins too. Yes, that's true. We are body, soul, and spirit. Well, thank you so much. I hope you're having a good week. Don't forget to pour the tea, share with a friend, send an Easter card to someone. That will cheer them. It's a very nice thing to do. In the olden days, it was done quite often. Now we just do texting, but a handwritten note, that's special. Well, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Push the notification. Please share with a friend. This Tea Talk is for everyone. And if you liked, like, and a comment is great. Thank you so much. And I pray you have a fabulous week. God bless. Oh, and put a flower in your hair. Yes. If you're a lady. Oh, and one thing. I read in the olden days, if you're single and you're not married and you're available, you put the flower on the right side. If you're married or have a special someone, then you wear your flower on the left side. Now, isn't that interesting? So flowers are romantic. Yes. God bless.